I think Bud could beat Canelo. Like I said, I've been saying this. I don't think size win fights. I think skills do. So yeah, I think like being a southpaw with good movement and sharp boxing, it'd be hard for Canelo with that high guard to walk him down and load up on them big hooks. I think Bud would beat Canelo.
How is Crawford, his composure going to be like the moment a punch lands on him from Canelo?
Are you kidding me? Take that question back.
Yeah, why?
Because you're talking about Crawford.
Yeah.
He's
But in weight classes,
he's the most composed guy. Yeah. What, you don't think he'll be prepared? You think it'll be a shock to him?
The highly anticipated face-off between Saul Canelo Alvarez and Terence Bud Crawford occurred during a high-stakes press tour ahead of their blockbuster super middleweight fight on September 13, 2025, in Las Vegas, in a riveting confrontation staged at the Riyadh season press events. Both boxers locked eyes in front of the international media, exchanging forceful stares and confident proclamations. It was a contrived, insane scene of quiet worry. Canelo's steely glare contrasted with Crawford's unwavering serenity, foreshadowing the clash of styles and legacies in the ring. The build-up has been described as nothing less than the struggle of the century, to a boxing's pound-for-pound finest face-up for undisputed super middleweight domination.
More unrelated to this fight, but Turkey made it seem like you weren't going to be promoting the Terence Crawford-Canelo fight. Is there anything you can kind of clear up on that?
He made it feel like I wasn't?
Yeah, well, he said that someone else was promoting it. He didn't say no TKO, he just didn't include your name in a tweet, and people kind of freaked out online about like, where'd Dana go?
I'm going to tell you what's awesome, man. So there's a lot of up things about boxing, but they don't say shit. I mean, nobody talks. It's the most amazing thing.
Canelo Alvarez, a well-known Mexican boxer, holds for weight class titles and is the current undisputed super middleweight champion. Canelo is renowned for his tremendous power, defensive press, and variety in the ring, and he has defeated many of boxing's biggest names, sealing his place as one of the sport's top fighters.
I mean, you fought Floyd Mayweather at what? You're 23?
23.
That's so fucking young.
Yeah.
What was that like?
I trained so hard, and now obviously I try to beat him because, you know, if you beat him, you want to be the best in the world at 23.
What do you think was so impressive about him?
His experience, he's so smart. He have everything in a fighter, a complete fighter. He don't have power in the punches, but when you that kind of fighter, you don't need it.
You think that was the toughest fight you faced?
No.
What do you think?
I think it's tough fights and difficult fights. That was a difficult fight.
Canelo is beating these guys with all 5 layers of defense. Number 1, feet. Number 2, elbows, hands, shoulders, and the mind. This is exactly how both of those guys got to the highest level of boxing supremacy. Canelo Alvarez means to the Mexican fans what Floyd Money Mayweather meant for black people. 50 wins in boxing, no losses, no draws. And follow for more.
Terence Crawford, from Omaha, Nebraska, is a multi-division world champion who has won belts in the lightweight, light welterweight, welterweight, and super welterweight divisions. Crawford, known for his switch-hitting ability, ring IQ, and knockout power, became the undisputed welterweight king with his win against Errol Spence Jr.
All right, we have to talk about this. Terence Crawford just tweeted, Canelo versus Crawford is definitely by far the biggest fight in boxing. This guy is not playing around. All right, Crawford, pound for pound #1. Canelo, biggest star in boxing still at the moment. Anywhere. I'm not talking about just in the US, Mexico, the UK, everywhere. Canelo is now open. At first it was, hey, I can't go down to 160. I can't do a catch weight of 160. If he wants to fight me, it's gonna be at 168. Plus, I'm not gonna get any credit if I beat a Terence Crawford. It would be like Terence Crawford fighting Tank, moving 2 weight classes up, and I'm not gonna get credit for that. Terence Crawford is a special fighter. He is like a Floyd and a Manny that can move up to weight classes, carry his power, can beat up bigger guys. He's a special.
Alvarez is a strong force in the super middleweight division, with a career record of 63 wins to losses and to draws, including 39 knockouts. His accomplishments include titles at 4 weight classes: super middleweight, middleweight, junior middleweight, and light heavyweight. Notably, Alvarez became the first undisputed super middleweight champion in 2021.
Canelo needs to understand he's a different fighter now. The deterioration is there. He's not the same guy. He's not that destroyer who's looking for knockouts early and keeps a pace and a pressure on you. He throws 30 punches around. You're not the same guy. So telling everyone you're gonna knock them out and then going into, 6 decisions in a row now? Scores a knockdown every time, power's still there. The problem is the pace and the ability to carry on and push. That's the real difference, and that comes with age. He's 34 going on 45 at this, as far as I'm concerned. He's got a ton of fights, he's been around for a long time, doesn't have that same desire, the same drive to take the chances against these younger, bigger guys, because he is fighting younger, bigger guys. So you gotta keep that in mind as well.
At 5 feet 8 and 34 years old, Alvarez mixes power, agility, and experience, making him a dangerous opponent. His latest triumphs, including a unanimous decision over William Scull in May 2025, solidify his elite standing. Despite the obstacles given by younger and emerging fighters, Alvarez's technical prowess and ring IQ continue to separate him.
When he fought Canelo and he was like standing right in front of Canelo and Canelo's just whiffing, it was a life lesson. And then you look at how good Canelo's head movement got after that fight when he realized it. I mean, my God, when he fought Danny Jacobs and Canelo's just standing right in front of him, boom, bobbing, weave. That's all what he learned from fighting Floyd.
Crawford underlined that physical stature does not define this fight. He reminded everyone that he and Canelo are the same height and even have a longer reach. Crawford labeled Canelo as a heavy dude, but he's not a big guy. He's 5'8", and I'm 5'8", with longer arms than his. He denied the notion of a size discrepancy, pointing out that the fundamental disparity is not in height, but in Canelo's usual weight classes. While Crawford advanced through the ranks from lightweight to light middleweight, Canelo reached light heavyweight.
Has the Canelo fight, realistically left your mind once he said he's not interested, or you still pursuing it?
Not at all. I think business talks. With the right business come across the table, it happens. I just be talking, man. Canelo a big dude, you know what I mean? But at the same time, I believe in my abilities. He's a heavy dude, but he's not a big guy. Like he's 5'8", I'm 5'8", you know what I mean? My arm's longer than his, so that fight would be good.
How is Crawford, his composure going to be like the moment a punch lands on him from Canelo?
Are you kidding me? Take that question back.
Yeah, why?
Because you're talking about Crawford.
Yeah.
He's
weight classes.
He's the most composed guy. Yeah. What, you don't think he'll be prepared? You think it'll be a shock to him? No. He's already moved up 3 weight classes. So now you're talking 6. If you add on 3. Crawford has the ability to slow things down in the ring that very few people have, and to see things that nobody else can see because he slows it down. Yeah, he's got great power. He carried it up. Yeah, he's got good hand speed. Yeah, he's got all that. He's got good technique. His coaches do a tremendous job with him. But the timing is impeccable. It's better than anyone else's. Why? Because of this. When a guy has that ingredient, and very, very few have, I can't count him out in anything.
After initially downplaying the fight with Crawford, Canelo took a more open stance, saying he would fight anyone if it made sense monetarily and in terms of legacy. Terence Crawford did not fight a tune-up fight before fighting Canelo because it could have caused him additional problems. Moving up to 168 pounds is tough enough, but going up against a top fighter like Canelo without a warm-up fight makes it considerably harder. Analysts believe Crawford will struggle at this weight class, particularly against a skilled fighter like Canelo. Many believe this match is more about money and competition, with Crawford jeopardizing his name. The overwhelming view is that Crawford's prospects of defeating Canelo are poor, making the fight more about money than sports.
How is Terence Crawford going to beat Canelo Alvarez? We need to talk about it. When we look at the guys who've had success with Canelo, we'll look at Bivol, we'll look at Golovkin, we'll look at Floyd, and we'll look at Lara. Yes, I'll throw Lara in there, why not? I think all these fights are absolutely irrelevant coming into this bout. Some of them are just dated, or some of these guys' style just cannot apply. For example, a guy in Lara. If Crawford wanted to fight how Lara fought Canelo, he would probably gas out in 7 rounds, or if he made it 12, he just wouldn't get that decision. It's that simple. Let's take a guy in Golovkin. Crawford just simply does not have the punching power, nor do I think he has the gas tank at 68. He's not a good enough puncher to try to fight Canelo like Golovkin. He doesn't have the physical traits even in the chin department. Then you have Floyd Mayweather. While both can have a bit of similarities, the speed, reflexes, technical prowess, IQ, timing, counterpunching, lateral movement, it's just too much from Floyd. I don't think Bud could take much from Floyd's game plan to implement it into his own success in September. And then you have Dimitri. The speed, the technical prowess, the IQ, the length is too much. So essentially, Terrence Crawford is going to have to beat Canelo in a way that nobody has ever beaten him or gave him any issues in. I'm going to tell you exactly how Crawford's going to fight. He's going to fight like his damn self. It's too late in his career to change up the game plan. It's too late in his career for him to want to change up the game plan coming to a fight of this magnitude with a style he's never fought before. That will be a recipe for disaster. He's going to be more than likely off the back foot. He's going to be looking for counter shots. And I think there will be a point in this fight where he's simply just trying to survive. I like Crawford. He's an amazing pound-for-pound fighter. Different animal at 168. This is one of the greatest of all time. I see win scenarios for him, but I don't see him being realistic. I can see him fighting off the back foot, using his speed, timing, and feet to stay away from Canelo, but that's very, very, very unlikely, damn near impossible.
In one of his lighter moments, Canelo reportedly stated that the fight against Crawford would be easy money, implying a payoff of up to $150 million. This big financial incentive is one of the primary reasons both fighters are considering a crossover bout. Such figures indicate the mega fight potential of this contest, given their star power and legacies. Crawford, on the other hand, responds to his comment by suggesting that people are skeptical of his weight gain and that he will struggle. He calls out that Canelo stepped up in weight and lost, whereas Terrence UNCUT and won. Crawford utilizes this to demonstrate his ability to handle the challenge and prove naysayers wrong, as he is confident in his ability to succeed at higher weight classes despite their skepticism.
Talk all the crazy stuff about me going up and having a tough time, but he went up in weight and lost. That's the difference. I went up weight and won. He went up and lost. You know, so let's not do that, Canelo.
If it's what I want, I'm gonna take it. You know.
Would you put a rehydration clause in there?
We'll see. I don't like to talk about other fight when I got it.
You understand, like that's the fight that everyone wants to see. That's the fight that fans want to see you in there with. You understand?
I understand that. The same happened with Golovkin.
Yeah, and it happened.
And same happened with Promotional.
And it happened.
And same with Billy Johnson.
And it happened. I think it happened.
And with Troll, and with Mayweather, and with Cotto.
That's why I believe the fight happened. Would you ever go for 175? Because 168, I feel like you fought everybody. They're taking belts away from you. 175, you got Benavidez, you got Morel, you got the rematch with Duval.
If I go 175, it was the rematch.
That would be the first time? Well, then you can look around and see what's out there 175.
And then
would you make a Crawford performance against Benjamin?
I think he knows why he's weight class in there, right? He make a good fight, but for me, I think he lost the fight or draw.
Okay.
Or could be the other side.
He was saying your name a lot all week. I was
yeah,
out there
because
in LA.
he want to sell the fight. If they don't talk about me, they don't say it.
Would you look at a fight with Crawford? So in the past, you told me no.
If the money is right, I mean,
money's got to be big.
I don't like fighters all around.
Wait, do you want to say 168 or look at 175?
On the Joe Rogan Experience, Crawford admitted that a bout with Canelo Alvarez would be the biggest fight of his career. Speaking openly, he stated that the stakes are not solely about legacy. Money is becoming a major factor in his decisions. Crawford noted that after flying to popularity and winning uncontested championships in for weight divisions, he has reached a point when financial considerations and legacy are equally important. Earlier in his career, Crawford's motivations were entirely competitive. Now, when he considers the risk-reward ratio of facing a global superstar like Canelo, a sizable payoff becomes a crucial motivator. Despite the strain of going up in weight class, Crawford recognizes the stakes, both in terms of his place in boxing history and the financial security that a blockbuster fight provides. he expressed excitement about the meeting, comparing it to his excitement over a potential fight with Manny Pacquiao early in his career.
Nah. Nothing.
Nope.
You just need like dragons to slay. You know what I mean? Like at this point in your life, you can't even fight a regular fighter.
Yeah, like I don't know. Like I get excited when I don't know why. I get excited when I talk about Canelo like I used to get excited about Pacquiao.
Really?
You know, I used to get so excited. Like, man, I'm gonna be able to fight Pacquiao. You know, because
is that the one you think got away?
Yeah, it definitely did. It definitely did. I tried my ass off.
What stopped that fight from happening?
They didn't want to fight.
It's too dangerous.
They didn't want to fight. Freddie Roach said he didn't want to fight. His Pacquiao handlers didn't want to fight. You know, I believe Pacquiao, as a fighter, he wanted to fight, but...
Teddy Atlas, a renowned boxing commentator, provides a nuanced perspective on Canelo versus Crawford. While appreciating Alvarez's talents and skill, Atlas states that Crawford is in a league of his own, truly exceptional. In his words, he observes that Alvarez, while still a formidable fighter, lacks the same dominance that he formerly possessed. Atlas notes that Alvarez's physical condition and ring performance have declined. The formerly indomitable force appears to be less explosive and dynamic. Crawford, on the other hand, remains a top-tier athlete with the speed, precision, and tactical diversity that distinguishes him from his contemporaries.
Well, come on, he's human. So he had a few hiccups. He won the fight. He's Terence Crawford. A lot of people say, "Oh, Teddy, you make him so good. You're always saying how great Crawford is." You know, but who's he beating? He unified the what was his first division? Lightweight. Then he unified the junior. Then he unified the junior welter. Then he unified the welter. I think I got the weight classes right. It doesn't matter. He unified like 3 different weight classes. He moved up in weight. Guys are tired of me saying it. I look at him. Look, Canelo's special too. I get it, and he's bigger. I get that too. And everyone's gonna say, "Well, after Madrimore fight again, had a couple hiccups. Now he's stepping up another weight class. Now he's got to fight Canelo, who's even bigger, stronger, better puncher. You know, a unified champion that he's been. You know, all of that stuff. He's not gonna be able to handle it." I asked this question. See, I go to the other side. I say, okay, yeah, can Canelo handle the smaller guy who's going to be faster, who's going to be slicker, who's going to be better defensively, who's going to have better legs, you know, who's going to be able, sometimes Canelo at this point in his career can slow down a little bit. They're both getting older. I get it.
Former world champion Amir Khan, who has battled Canelo and Crawford in the ring, has a unique take on their fight. While admitting Canelo's considerable power, Khan believes Crawford's superior ring acumen, mobility, and speed may be the deciding elements in the fight. Khan observes that Crawford's ability to make opponents miss counters successfully distinguishes him even from superior fighters such as Canelo. He feels Crawford's superb boxing IQ and adaptability will help him manage the hurdles given by Canelo's power and expertise.
It could have gone either way because I had probably Skull winning by 2 rounds. I mean, I like Canelo. I think he's a great fighter, but the thing is, I think that he was looking he was picking the shots better and landing the better, cleaner shots. Canelo was marked up a little bit, but look, it could have gone either way. Anyway, regardless how the fight went, it was a great performance by both fighters, but it's made a bigger fight happen now with Canelo and Crawford. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that one.
Is there more question marks being asked in that fight now? Because a lot of people say, look, Canelo's a bigger guy. He should technically be the bigger guy, have too much weight for Crawford. But from that performance, do you feel like it's a lot tight and there's a lot more question marks in that fight?
Yeah, I mean, you need more than size, you need more than weight, you need more than everything. I mean, I think what you need now is you just need box IQ.
Terence Crawford sees the fight as the most important chance of his career. He recognizes Canelo Alvarez as the face of boxing and is excited to show his abilities on such a huge scale. Crawford's confidence and preparedness to embrace this opportunity show his desire to establish a legacy in the sport. Canelo Alvarez hopes Crawford enters the battle with the mentality of giving a spectacular performance. Reflecting on his fight against William Skull Alvarez, he expresses a desire for opponents that want to interact rather than just survive the rounds. He thinks that fans deserve an exciting battle and wants Crawford to rise to the situation.
That's a mediocre mind because they come just to survive, to go to the 12th round. That's a mediocre mind. You need to put a good fight there and put great show. You know what I mean?
Do you think Crawford will employ the same tactics to try and box?
I hope not. I hope not because the people deserve a good fight.
What do you make of the Crawford fight next?
Huh?
How excited are you for the Crawford fight?
I'm excited. I'm gonna enjoy this win and then we can do it.
Who do you believe will win this fight? Canelo's power or Crawford's IQ? Make your selection below.